What is a neigh? A neigh starts in a horse's lungs. When a horse exhales, air passes through the larynx, causing the vocal cords to vibrate. This produces the familiar, long, melodious sound of a neigh. A neigh technically begins with a vibration phase, peaks when the sound reaches a high point, and ends with a decline phase. Although the entire process only lasts a few seconds, the information a horse transmits can be very complex. Let's walk through the process of a horse's neighing step by step. 1. The language of social communication. When a horse gets separated from the herd, the most common thing you will hear is a very loud and anxious whinny. This doesn't just mean, "Where are you?" but also, "I'm here, I hear you, answer me." The other horses in the herd respond to this whinny. So whinnying actually works as a locating mechanism. In this way, horses understand each other's position, situation, and what they want. Neighing also plays a very important role among horses that have just met. When horses first meet, they greet each other with a neigh. The tone, strength, and rhythm of the neighing indicate whether the greeting is friendly, neutral, or aggressive. 2. Emotional expression. Horses, like humans, use their voice to express their feelings: joy, fear, excitement, anxiety. All of these have their own unique expression in neighing. Excitement and joy. The neighing that a horse gives when it comes out into the open air after a long time indoors, or when it sees and recognizes a favorite horse, is very special. This neighing is usually short, loud, and sharp. Body language also supports this: raised head, shining eyes, erect tail. Fear and stress. The neighing of a frightened horse takes on a completely different form. It comes faster, more sudden, and sometimes in a trembling tone. Horses may neigh in this way when they are confronted with a sudden movement, a strange sound, or an unfamiliar environment. For this moment, the neighing serves both as a warning to itself and as a signal to the herd. Anxiety. When you leave your horse alone, especially when he is separated from his other herd mates, his whinnying becomes longer and deeper. It is a kind of cry. It expresses loneliness. 3. The language of physical needs. Horses sometimes use neighing for very practical purposes. A hungry horse may neigh when it senses that feeding time is approaching, even though it sees its owner and knows where the food is. This is similar to a puppy barking at the manger. This is also observed when a horse is thirsty. Horses are animals with strong memories. They quickly learn that they receive food or water at certain times of the day. When that time approaches, they signal their expectation by neighing. This is a learned behavior, that is, the result of living with humans for a long time. 4. Neighing in the human-horse relationship. The horse-human relationship has developed over centuries. This relationship is so deep that horses have come to accept humans as part of their herd over time. This is where a very interesting situation arises. A horse starts neighing when it sees its owner or hears his voice. Studies have shown that horses are able to read human facial expressions. They become calmer when they see joy on their owner's face and more tense when they see stress. Neighing is part of this relationship. It is a way for a horse to express itself to someone it knows. It means, "I saw you coming." 5. Warning signal. In wild horses, neighing often serves as a warning. When a horse senses a predator, a foreign object, or a dangerous event in the herd, it gives a sudden loud neigh to the entire herd. It works like a siren system. One horse has warned, the entire herd is ready to flee. This instinct has not completely disappeared in domestic horses. The appearance of a stranger in the stable, an unusual sound, the smell of hot smoke, all of these can encourage a horse to neigh. Such neighing can also serve as a useful warning system for its owner. 6. Types of neighing. According to scientific research, there are different categories of neighing. Long-range neighing is a loud, resonant sound that a horse makes to communicate from a distance. This sound can reach several kilometers. Close-range neighing is usually a shorter, quieter horse tone. A horse starts to neigh this way when it is near its owner. Excitement neighing is a high-pitched, short, sudden sound. It occurs in a moment of fear. Greeting neighing is a medium power, more friendly neigh. It occurs when it sees something familiar. The last word. When a horse neighs, you don't just hear that horse noise. It's sending a message to another horse. Maybe it's greeting you with joy. Maybe it's letting you know it's hungry. Maybe it's looking for a mate. Maybe it's telling you to be more careful.